Hey everyone, Joshua Hinlin here, back with episode 36 of the Quarantine Cast. And once again, we've got a wonderful cast of characters for you. We've got Brian, Kirk, Mike, and Jeff are all back for more chatting and building on this stream once again. So let's jump on into it. And thank you for your patience on starting the stream this week. Brian slept in. I think that's what you said, right? And you just didn't bother to show up?
No, I don't care about this show nearly as much as people would like to think. So I decided I kind of thought I could take a week off, but then I sprung from my bed like that dude in the Christmas Carol on Christmas Eve, and I was like, I can't let Kirk Wilson take over. He can't handle the heat. And then I rushed out of my bed in my car. And then I came here.
Either way, it's going to happen eventually, Brian. You'll see. You'll see. One of these days, you're just not going to show up, and I'm just going to be the one in control.
That day is not today. That day is not today.
I'm the only one without glasses in this stream here again. I always feel left out. I can't join you guys.
Yeah,
You're
I
hijinks.
see it. Pretty much.
Oh, boy.
Christopher says, "Hi, hey guys, I like that Jeff is included this week again. Yeah, we made him promise to be on his best behavior, and then we let him back in the stream.
And now he's having a Subway, so...
Also, if we give him food, then he behaves better.
Much like a trained gorilla.
Thank you to everyone who is joining us in chat. We've got Alyssa. She says, what is Mike building today? Do you have anything in particular, Mike?
Actually, yeah, I got this one. I just knocked off other set. Let's do this one.
Oh, yeah.
I have a little... Actually, I got two, because I got one with them some order in the past, and they reissued this. I have two right now, so I can keep one in the box, and we're gonna build one today. So why not? And I have a fancy camera angle, by the way. Boom. Woo!
I just built that set on a Instagram live stream yesterday. I tried that out just to experiment with it. We've never done that before. Unfortunately, we can't stream to Instagram on StreamYard, which is annoying. So you have to just do it on its own over there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We've got a Twitch viewer in here. I think our one Twitch viewer says, "Yo, what up, chat? Thanks for joining."
We have a super chat.
We have a super chat from the one and only Esh Daddy LME Toys. Building your mind one brick at a time. Hello, Daddy. I missed you. Welcome back in. Happy Tuesday.
What is that? At first I thought, is that a Subway sweatshirt you have on?
No. This is
Oh, it's Sun. It looks like it said Sub, and it looks like the colors of Subway.
Nope. Subway's gross. We have Sun Home Improvement. This is the window treatment company that Big D owns. So
okay.
Have the sponsored sweatshirt, well, not sponsored, but sweatshirt. You know how it is.
Yes. Shout out to Big D and all of however many businesses he owns.
Many. He'll own me eventually. Give it time.
We're up to 20 viewers on Twitter. Wow,
Twitter.
Yeah.
Wait, so we are actually streaming to Twitter?
Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, you name it.
Can you comment on Twitter? Like, is that a thing?
Yeah. There's sometimes I'll see a comment come through from Twitter.
Really interesting.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I see ourselves on Twitter. How cool is that?
Alyssa Cupcakes wonders, should I watch on Twitch? You can watch whatever's best for you.
You could like not watch in general. That's also an option.
I'm just retweeting right now.
It's really whatever you want, Alyssa. The card is for you to deal. Oh, okay, bye. Right. Okay. See you later. Thanks for tuning in.
She just didn't realize that was an option until you brought it up, Brian. And you did not tell people that.
I like to give people as many options as possible, and for her specifically, that is the one to go with. Is to just not. Yeah.
Brian, what is wrong with you? Why are you scaring our viewers away already?
When is LME Toys going to send Brian a sweatshirt?
Daddy, where's my sweatshirt? That sounds very weird, but where's the sweatshirt, man? If there is one, I will gladly wear one.
So I am back with the same builds from last week, which I did not get much done on. So we'll see if I'm any more successful today.
This guy talked over you like a lot.
Brian, do you have something you're trying to build there?
So yeah, I went to the Lego store the other day and I got caught up in the Ninjago 10-year anniversary hype. I've never bought a Ninjago set before in my life. So
Oh, really? You've never bought a
Really?
Ninjago set? Wow.
So even at my time being at Lego retail, where I have the hookups and whatnot, I don't think I ever bought
Wow.
bought a Ninjago set. So
You should get the gardens.
Okay.
well, I also don't want to be tempted to spend upwards of $1,000 between the docks and the city. So I'm gonna
Just
forego
get the
that.
gardens. You're gonna be happy.
But I did get. This isn't new, but I got this because it looks fun. It just looks like a fun mech. And then I also saw this blue arcade cabinet, and I'm like, that looks fun, and it's on sale. So why not? So I'm gonna build that. That's all I got for the docket today.
All right.
Kirk, are you still working on a mock, or are you doing something else now?
I'm just doing a set today because I finished my mock, and to answer
nice.
anyone else's question, I will not be showing it because that's for the video. So sorry.
I can tell what you think of the stream by not even giving us an exclusive.
I mean,
but it's okay.
I
No big
could-
deal.
I mean, technically, I could, but I also would rather you guys just see it in the video because the video, I'm gonna put a lot of time into the video. I already started. the
Oh,
video.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Brian-
you want it to be a quality product. I understand.
Yeah. I don't want to just
Brian
show it,
already-
and that kind of ruins the effect.
Brian already flexing those Dunkin' Donuts gift cards from the birthday stream.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you. It came in clutch today.
I saw the coffee. You
coffee.
could hide it.
Yes. Isabel is the only Bionicle supporter here. You'll be the only Bionicle supporter ever, actually.
This is a good time to bring up. I want to pull up. Have John pull
no.
up Brian's
Oh.
Twitter stream because there's a really good fan art from last week's stream that we
Oh,
need
yeah.
to share.
Yeah,
on there.
Yeah.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Oh boy.
Brian, when I saw this, I was like, this is just one of the greatest things I've ever seen. What did you think of this?
Yeah, I love it. Shout out to Isabel in the chat who made
That
this.
was my exact.
Unprompted, by the way. I didn't tell her to do this. No one said anything. But basically, this exemplifies the dynamic between all of us. I think at any given point, where it's just me and Jeff being the raging neckbeards, Joshua laughing along, and Kirk being laser focused at any given point.
Yeah, absolutely. I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw someone had tagged me in something. I was like, "What is this?" And then I saw an image. I was like, "That's pretty cool."
This belongs in a museum with the
It
art
does.
watercolor
It does,
sort of
doesn't
style.
It's like between Van Gogh and Picasso. This image right here.
Yes. I want this framed. This is like when you die and they have all the pictures of you along the sides. I want this one there.
And the scrapbook. This
Yes.
is just flipping through. And you
Oh,
see
yeah.
Just so you know, listen, Kirk. When I die, you're going to be commissioned to make the slideshow. You need to put this in the slideshow.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'll be sure. I'll be sure to do that.
Golden Light Picture says Quarantine Cast officially has a fan art. You guys made it. Well, yeah.
Yes.
Shout out to Isabel who did this here. I think you can see her Twitter tag there in that image. So feel free to go over and check out her work. It's super great. So thank you for this. It's always good to know that we're bringing some enjoyment to people out there with these streams. I also like the Just Too Good meme that you tweeted. Did you make that yourself, Brian?
No. What I'll say right now, real quick, Jeff. I think your volume is super loud, so I can hear the echo bass of my voice in your speakers.
Uh-huh.
Do you mind lowering it? So all I can hear is the sweet, sensual bassiness of Kirk Wilson, and I don't
How's
want
that? Is that better?
it should be better.
Is that
Okay.
good?
No, yeah.
Are you
So
sure?
yeah, let's just say
We're
it
good?
is. Yeah, let's
Okay.
just say it is. Yeah.
All right.
So I did not make that. I found this on Discord, but but I tagged you and I tagged Justin in it, and it just I love it.
This is so great, Justin. It's so true too that you can totally see this happening like a video game.
100%.
He just wanders through.
I gotta give it to the Mantis. Anytime I tag him in something spicy, he retweets it. It becomes some of my most popular Twitter engagements. So shout out to Just Too Good for putting me on a platform here, man.
Oh, I can see my comment there even so.
Giving you far more recognition than you deserve.
Right, giving me all the spicy Twitter engagements that make my stats look good. Thanks, Mantis Man. I appreciate it.
I just wanted to make sure we covered those couple things in your Twitter feed.
Yeah.
I don't get on Twitter real often, but I saw those on there, and those were definitely worth a shout out.
Absolutely, yes.
So yeah, we've got more building we're doing, but also the important thing we need to do is deep dive into Brian's birthday stream, because I was only able to tune in for small portions of it. So you need to tell the people out there what were your major announcements. I know there was coffee involved at one point, which was very exciting. So a lot of stuff to catch up on.
Yes, indeed. So I had a lot of spicy birthday announcements on my live stream, which pertain to not just the live stream, but also beyond that as well. The first thing that was up was I actually have a podcast now besides the Quarantine Cast or anything I do on my live streams. So it's called the Out of the Bag podcast, where we take the cat out of the bag and go beyond the typical topics at hand, beyond video games, beyond Lego, whatever it is that is going on in current events or future happenings I talk about either by myself or with a guest, depending on the week. There's that. I also launched bricksobrien.com, which basically acts as a hub for all of my current projects with, Bricks O'Brien or Beyond the Brick, the podcast, whatever. I also announced that I have a Bricks O'Brien coloring book that is officially a thing that you can get over on my Teespring shop, and I'll show you what that looks like here. So it's a coloring book just like this. And it was actually designed by the team over at Teespring. So they were like, hey, you want to do a coloring book? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So all sorts of Bricks O'Brien inspired coloring books.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I didn't know they
Really,
can do
really
like
cool.
custom things for you like that.
Yeah, so they decked it all out in my art style and everything. And I was like, all right, cool, sure. So there's that. There's also a new Bricks O'Brien shirt design called Bricks O Beginnings, also available on the Teespring shop. There is I have a sponsorship for my live streams. This is my coffee, Bricks O Brew, right here.
Whoa, look at that.
So it's a Guatemalan medium roast with a hint of chocolate and butterscotch in here. It's pretty good. So I'm going to be drinking this. I did pick up Dunkin' today because it was very quick, but right here I'll be making cold brew out of this, so that'll be pretty good. What else did I do? Oh, that's pretty much the bulk of it. Lots of little things. So if you like what I do, there's a lot of little things going on to support what I have. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. Does Jang have his own coffee? I didn't think so. True. That's very true.
So how did the coffee partnership come about?
So I was live streaming Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and randomly a channel called Roasted Riches followed me, and I didn't know they were a coffee brand, but I said Roasted Riches, thank you for following. Hashtag coffee sponsorship when, and then he was like, all right, we'll talk, and then he ended up watching my live streams, and I got to talking, and then now it's actually a thing. So it just kind of came about that way. And it worked out. And so this is designed to be a cold brew sort of a deal. So I bought the mesh bags. You toss it in a gallon container and you make coffee out of it. And it's a whole it's a really good roast. So
is it good for like French press?
Yes, it's good for. You're supposed to do
I use French press,
but I do it cold brew because I'm lazy.
Okay.
So yeah.
You sold. I'm sold. Like where do I click?
You could go to. Let me see.
Links are in the chat, I believe. We put them all in there just a minute ago.
There you go. So
Awesome.
yeah, you can find those things there. But yeah, that's a bulk of the announcements that happened. It's pretty exciting stuff.
That is some exciting stuff. You're also trying to make a Twitch partner, right? So you're
yes.
Everyone has to make sure you go over and what's the best way to help you towards that goal?
I live stream 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you're not following me on Twitch, twitch.tv/BricksO'Brien. To get to Twitch partner, I need 75 concurrent watchers over the course of 30 days. I'm at 65 right now.
Oh,
So you need to have 75 every stream, like every stream,
a 75
or average.
So
Okay.
on the birthday stream when I debuted that video for all the announcements and whatnot, there was 170 people watching at that one time. So if that amount of people, or at least half of that amount of people, were there more frequently, then it kind of work out. So if you haven't, I would appreciate your support with that. Just tuning in when you can to the live streams over on Twitch. It's a good time. It's not toxic. It's good. So
it's much better than this stream.
Well,
supposedly, yeah.
Well,
questionable statement.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, lots of cool things. So thank you for letting me talk about them a little bit.
It's very exciting, and also happy birthday.
Thank you. One of the things that ended up pulling through was some random Polish dude was like, "Hey, I finally got around to sending you a bunch of Lego minifigures." And not only,
I don't know who that was.
Yeah, I know. Not only did he send a bunch of Lego minifigures, but he also sent some very particular sweets that are not native to America.
Seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he seems okay. So today, big shout out obviously to Mike over here. Hello, Mike. Sent over lots of minifigures as well as some candy. So I'm going to try today. It's called Olza Prince Polo Dark Chocolate Confection. I'm going to try this. You want to see how
a true Polish native would say Prince Polo.
Prince Polo.
Prince Polo. That's how I said as a kid. Like, these things are... They've been making these for as long as I remember. It was like my childhood, and now in my adulthood, they are imported in the US, so you can actually get them. Yeah, it's a wafer. You should like it. Let me know. It's my favorite.
This is a good time to mention that we also got a mysterious Polish package in the mail, so I actually have some other Polish snacks sitting here. So John and I actually had split one of those wafers yesterday when the package arrived, and those are good. So today at some point I'm going to open up these strawberry cookie European biscuits, European biscuits here at some point. So thank you, Mike. Yeah, I appreciate that. That stuff.
As a little thank you nod.
Very nice care package you sent over. So thank you for that. Sharing your home country's goods with us.
Yeah, I grew up with these. These are great, actually.
You know what I like about this, Mike, is that it's not overly sweet. Like,
exactly. Yeah. So as we were chatting, Brian, so the thing about Polish candy is like they do not add sugar. It's usually just cocoa, or just the right amount of sugar to just make it as sweet. But it's not really. I like this over any American candy bar, pretty much. I try to buy these. These can be found in like American stores that import European goods, but you will find them much less sweet than your typical American fare,
And when you have something like this, you really notice just how sugary like a Hershey's bar is.
Oh yeah,
and it's kind of overwhelming. It's kind of a lot.
Absolutely.
But no, I like this. Thank you. It's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, I just opened up the strawberry.
Joshua, you said you had the other ones before. Which ones?
So far all we've tried is the wafer that Brian is having, and we liked it. We just had one yesterday.
Yeah. So these ones you're holding are basically Jaffa cakes, but they are, I think, less sweet and more soft. In Poland you would say delicie, which is basically kind of means delicious or like delicacies. And yeah, they come in like they're like Oreos for Poland. They come in multiple different flavors.
Yeah, the strawberry flavor is good.
Yeah, it's my favorite too. They have raspberry, they have peach, I think. Orange one is like the most classic one is orange flavor.
Good stuff, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah, enjoy, guys.
So every week I'll try a new snack because I need to pace it out. Mike sent me way too much. It's a whole, like, the minifigures weren't even like the most part of the package. It was mostly sweets. So I'm like, Mike, you're killing me. So once per week, I'm going to try a little bit.
Enjoy, man. Least I can do.
Yeah. Thank you.
I mean, I saw that cake of yours. Who made the cake for you? Who made the cake for you? Katie?
Yeah. So Katie and Amanda Holm made me a birthday cake. I'll show it on the screen.
Yeah, and I saw that cake and like, oh my God, he's about to open the package.
Yeah. So this is the cake that I had. Someone made me a Bricks O'Brien cake of my face. So it's pretty intense, and it was shipped all the way from Minnesota. So
I was gonna ask, how in the world can they ship that and keep it in not get destroyed?
You can do overnight chilled container, I guess.
Yeah, you have to overnight it. Yeah, and they had a bunch of ice packs in there, so basically it was frozen.
Oh,
I took it and I put it in the fridge and let it thaw for a couple of days, and then I took it out about an hour before eating it. And so by the time I actually ate it, it was pretty like moist on the inside. It wasn't overly crushed. It was like pretty good, but you got to pack it in and it has to be overnighted. So the shipping was like not cheap, but it was very, very good. And probably the best birthday cake I ever had, because I usually get, the Stop and Shop, Market Basket, store brand, whatever. So it was homemade and very delicious. So
And they do they do that professionally? Do they sell cakes?
They do, yes. So if you want your own cake and you're in the Minnesota area or feel like paying a boatload for shipping and want one shipped out to you, then yes, you can get it. And they kind of low-key specialize in making Bricks O'Brien cakes, because Katie also made a Bricks O'Brien cake for her son's birthday, which was his party was the day after. So I will show you what that looks like. It's even more impressive than the one that I just showed you, if you can believe it.
You've basically got your own in-house bakery.
Kind of, yeah. So this is the one. She made it for her son, Jackson. That's the Bricks O'Brien cake she made.
Oh, yeah, that's sweet.
It's a full upper torso. So, like, it's pretty cool.
It reminds me of that episode of Star Trek where Deanna Troi was having a bad dream and her whole body was cake and people were eating her.
Yeah, but except this time it's okay,
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Brace yourselves.
Get ready.
Brian, try not to tell him to shut up this time, yeah?
Hey, I was 20 hours in, and he was going for 120 minutes straight talking about the Coliseum, okay?
Hey, the Coliseum is a very interesting building. That guy worked really hard on it. I'm glad that Andres was asking those questions, unlike some people.
He got compensated for his time adequately with his salary. He got paid. He's fine. Okay? Shout out to Rock. He's good.
I feel like there's some unspoken words that are happening right now.
Here's the cake company that we were referencing earlier, right, Brian?
Yes. So if you go to Mama's in the Kitchen on Instagram or Facebook, you can like their page, and they'll make you a Bricks O'Brien cake, and it'll look pretty good in the process. So I obviously recommend them. And if I didn't, then Katie and Amanda would berate me in my live streams. So if you also want a platform to berate me publicly, the live streams are a great way to do it. Jeff knows all too well about needing to time out people, or I don't know, just lots of yeah.
Drama.
No drama.
No, it's just when like you're signing. Well, Joshua, I don't know if you know anything about signing autographs, but when you're signing autographs, and you have a line of people, and then you have like a 7-year-old that's like, Joshua, I have this Bionicle build. You should go and check it out. Jeff is the one that takes these intruders to the line and yeets them across the convention hall and just gets them out of the way.
That 7-year-old Bionicle fan, that's a documentary right there. That has happened too many times to remember, and may or may not have an impact on what I said about Bionicle last week.
That's been actually a discussion point in the past streams I've been a part of in the past week, is that you really showed not like your true colors, but you shined like a star in the galaxy, just popping off on all these kids.
That's
and
true.
Isabel on Bionicle.
Thank you. Some things just really get me going, and I have to thank Jeff as well for getting it started, and me just kind of picking up where he left off.
Sir, always happy to be of service. If Beyond the Brick or Brian, you guys ever need security at these conventions that'll happen again, you know who to talk to.
Oh, Jeff, you're my security at Brick Fair. Don't you worry.
All right. I was told that I have to go to Brick Fair, Virginia, so I guess that's
Kirk
happening.
might be 6 feet tall, allegedly, but he can't handle, throwing kids across the convention floor like you can.
Plus, people aren't, afraid of an 11-year-old.
Joseph said it.
There's so many things I could say to that, but I'm not.
It was a
going to.
beautiful moment to see. Thank you, Joseph, and also you need to send whatever your current email address is to Brian, because the one he gave me to send you the link for today's stream is outdated. It didn't work.
Yeah, Joe, if you want the link to the stream and you want to show up, I can message it to you if you want. Whichever. Apparently, Isabel is, it's fine. I'm not crying. So at least Isabel's an adult. See, she knows. She knows not to,
I think that might have been sarcasm, Brian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So anyways, so there's a thing that was announced today. Joshua, is this something that we want to discuss on the here?
Sure, yeah.
It's
Go
not about
for it.
video.
Okay, so yeah, it involves this thing that Lego announced today called Lego Video. It is
Oh, I
their
thought you were
latest.
talking about the Princess Peach's
Yeah, I
castle.
thought you were talking about that
Oh
too.
yeah,
not
that castle like
whatever this.
I just
is.
got it in the mail, man.
Yeah, you didn't see it?
Yeah, what's wrong with
Yeah,
you?
I started
You know?
building it. What are you?
Yeah, we
What are
all
you talking
got
about?
copies, Brian.
Yeah.
We all got copies. They're sitting.
Yeah,
So see,
Even
part
I
of
got
me,
one.
Joshua gave us like 5 land copies. You didn't get
see,
one?
see, part of me. Okay, so I know for sure that you're kidding, right?
No.
No.
But-
Why do you think I'm here?
Want me
I'm
to
part
bring
of the
it? I
crew
mean,
now.
my kids are
I
building
got
it right
stuff
now.
To review. I have to make a review video, Brian. Do you know how much I don't want to do that?
See, I know I get it, but part of me, like knows that is an alternate reality, and my eyes are welling up because I feel betrayed. I can feel like the emotion. Anyway,
Oh boy.
it is not Princess Peach's castle. Lego.
Are you
A lot more
sure?
interesting if it was. But it's a new thing announced today called Lego Video, which is Lego's latest forte into the digital realm. Using the power of your cell phone, you can make various musical clips via interactive printed Lego tiles and minifigures, not only using original bits, but also Universal Music Group music. So Marshmello, Jonas Brothers, Imagine Dragons, the entire UMG catalog, which is going to work swell for covering for YouTube with the copyright stuff. So, but
No
that is
problem
the thing.
there.
This sounds
Nope.
like TikTok with extra
Oh, wait,
steps.
I wasn't aware that it was like actually like.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, so it can be original music stuff,
okay.
clips, but also involving UMG stuff. So it looks like this. You're using different little sections for making different types of beats and whatnot. All those are printed tiles there. So I will be reviewing all of these different things, or not all of these different things, but I will be covering video for Beyond the Brick in some way. But yeah, so they show off some minifigures in here. They show off a little bit of the app. I haven't been able to play with the app or anything like that, but it's like 5 seconds of summer. You get all these different types of artists to work with, but for the sake of, showing it on video and whatnot, we will not be able to demo anything from a top 40 artist at all. So that'll make it a little problematic to showcase to y'all. But as far as I know, there's original clips and everything that you can combine to make it happen. Comes out March 1st. And there's a whole bunch of minifigures a part of it that some are there that are on display. Like this guy right here. I don't know what his name is, but the llama looks cool. I have the llama, so he's really dope.
Ooh.
I don't know if I can show any of this stuff, so I'm just gonna talk about it. All right.
Yeah, you should not show any of it. Not yet.
This still sounds like TikTok with extra steps.
So okay, you know what, Jeff? You're also not a 9-year-old girl, so clearly this is not for us. But those printed tiles.
Are you offended that I called it TikTok with extra steps?
I'm trying to think of this from the corporate perspective and what market they're trying to capture with video.
Because Brian's a professional, and this is how he thinks about things, Jeff.
Yes.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah.
I apologize for interrupting you on your video presentation of video. I'll be quiet.
Yes. Well, yeah. So that's basically all that I know about it. Like the thing that makes this what it is going to be showing it across social media, which, yeah, Jeff, you're right. This is totally like a way to do TikToks and whatever. But when you do a TikTok, not that I have too much experience with it, but there's a lot of editing and effects that can go into it. So I don't necessarily know if this is more complicated than a TikTok, but maybe just a Lego-ified way of getting a short social media shareable clip in that way. So I think it combining with, actual minifigures, and you can actually scale them up too, which looks really cool. I think that it's an interesting app concept. It's not for any of us. We're not the target demographic, obviously.
All
You
right,
don't
so
know
there is
what I
one
want out of my
thing.
Lego experience, Brian.
There's one thing that I want to say. So it showed the tiles just a few seconds ago working with what you built or whatever.
Yes.
I think that's awesome that the phone will read those special effect tiles and apply it. That's cool. That's yeah.
And if you want to go back there for a second, John, it shows all these different tiles. So what I will say of what I have received, which is only a small segment of what this is, like I don't have all these tiles, right? But I have, from what I got, almost no duplicates of tiles. And I'm pretty sure it's random, almost. So it's really interesting to see how many different prints are in there. And so there's not, which I'm kind of disappointed by, but I get it. Because they're teaming up with Universal, I'm like, oh, it would be cool to see Lego-ified versions of the Imagine Dragons covers or Jonas, like whatever. Like take them and make them minifigure esque and print them on a tile, but it's not like that. It's all original tiles. So if you had like a record shop and you wanted to put them all in your mock or something, boom, that's what that's for. It's really cool. All different genres, all different everything.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. But there's also with the Universal Music tie-in, that could lead to other things like Universal movies and things like that. So like if this is a success, then you can make like your, maybe the next step is Lego letting you make your own little movie or something like that, like they did in studios back in the day, but with a better technology.
So
you know what I mean?
They already touched on that though with the Brickheads monsters. So that is already one thing. So you're already seeing the fruits of the Universal labor. But this pertains to Universal Music specifically. I don't know how well that works. A lot of the times, though, and you know this, but for anyone else, like Universal Music operates totally differently than Universal Studios or Universal theme parks, or it might be all different contracts. But you get that.
Well, I mean, it's like when they got the Blizzard contract and we got Overwatch sets, and I was
no Warcraft, right?
Right, no Warcraft, no StarCraft, and I was like, well, okay then, I guess that's that.
Yeah.
And so you're absolutely right.
I think it's interesting. It's again, it's not for us, but I'm mostly focused on the minifigures. The figures look dope. That llama thing, he looks really cool. He's a llama that has maracas and he's yellow with blue sunglasses. Like, I want to see the craziest and wonkiest minifigures that can possibly come out of this. And I think there's another press material there, John, that should show off a ice cream guy, which is my personal favorite of the bunch. And that is one I have as well. And I really wanted him. And I'm like, is this a thing I could get? And yes, it is. So
nice.
I have to be intentionally vague. It was all weird communication. Not going to lie to you with like what we can say and not say. But, when it is a full reveal, we'll be able to show off it, and I'll talk about anything and everything. But yes, that ice cream guy, he looks like a character that should be in Fortnite for some reason. It looks like a Fortnite character, which you may think I believe is a bad thing, but Fortnite always has a good habit of having really unique characters, it combined with other crazy designs, and that's just a crazy looking design. Like that's a custom molded headpiece and a really fun concept. So I'm all about it.
It reminds me of Wreck-It Ralph in the Candyland Racer area. Like you'd see that person there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like the suspenders and everything. Like if you put a pickaxe in his hand, he's from Fortnite. That guy right there.
It's certainly a unique character. So I like that. I like seeing when Lego does things that are different.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is that it doesn't pertain to anything UMG though. So that's not a Universal character. That's a Lego character. So what I'm interested to see, and this hasn't really been communicated as far as I know, but when you are sharing clips via a top 40 artist on YouTube, you will absolutely 100% get copyright claimed every single time. No questions asked. So what is that going to look like for a 9-year-old that uploads something to YouTube or to Twitter, and they're dealing with, Digital Millennium Copyright Act infringement notices, and it's like 9. So
well, I think they made their own social networking platform for it, so that you can't upload it to.
Probably.
Well, okay, so that's great, but also that defeats the purpose of sharing it because
I know. I'm not.
No one shares stuff to the Lego Life app and expects it to like be popular. Like, no, come on. It's designed to be a Twitter clip or TikTok or Instagram. And if there's nothing in place to like prevent teenagers from being claimed, then that's a
It's
mistake.
like,
but
Mom,
I
what
don't
does
know.
this email say?
Yeah.
Like, why are the cops on the front door? I mean,
It's also, really dangerous for children because those things exist. But anyway, right. So
I think they're trying to do something like with the Lego Life app. We like build a safe environment for children, and now it's with music, and and I think it's all technology from Mario, Hidden Side combined into one. Kind of. Because you have the AR, you have the app, you have the scanning of tiles.
Every kid's dream right here.
It's like
Go
Brian
viral
is
on
like,
Lego.
oh my god.
Go viral on Lego Life.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know.
Just so you know, Brian, do not impersonate a child on Lego Life, okay? Do not do that.
No.
Yes, do not.
So, part of the press release for this was like, we did a lot of market research on, 90% of kids feel X about playing interactively, and so there's a lot of data they're taking about, from the test studies that they've done. So I don't know if that's going to apply on a grander scale or like, I don't know. So it seems like one of those experimental things that's like, all right, cool. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. But like, I don't know. Is video its own network for sharing? I don't know. I don't have access to the app, and I don't know if I could even say.
According to the press release, I think it does. If you look at, you guys have the press release, but I just read Brixit.
No one's gonna go to like that app to look for other things. They want to find them on Twitter. They want to find them on Instagram. They want to find them on zusammengebaut.com for all the latest Lego Life, or rather Lego video
Shameless
things.
plug.
Andres, are you going to host Lego videos on your blog, or what are you going to do?
First of all, it's good to see everybody. And there's something I have to do right here from the beginning.
Real quick, Andres, that studio looks beautiful.
Yeah, no, this is great. This is
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
it's
new
actually
setup for
cool.
you. Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh no.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Briggs O'Brien. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Briggs O'Brien. Happy birthday to you.
I love it. Thank you.
Now that is content.
Wow,
Now that is
bravo.
content.
That was beautiful.
You're
You
welcome,
never
Brian.
failed
Happy
to impress,
birthday.
Andreas.
It was yesterday, right?
That is, well, my birthday was Saturday, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Whatever. In this global pandemic, it doesn't matter if Saturday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But it's good to
Doesn't
see
matter,
everybody. Your hair
Thank you.
looks awesome, Brian. This is the way it should be.
The curls. The ladies like the curls, don't they, Andres? Don't they?
Brenda loves curls.
Next
Brandon.
time, Brian, we'll see in New York City in 4 years or so. This will be really long hair.
There we go. That's it.
Andres, is that a new studio? I don't think I've ever really seen your setup like that. New studio
Yes, I've
kind
done.
of setup.
The only thing I've done within the last weeks, I drove 2 times to a market where I bought some lights, and then suddenly, this thing with Lego, you buy one brick and then you think, oh, I could buy maybe another one, and the same happened here. I bought this LED lights and had so much fun to do it, so I bought a few of them, and now it's like a fancy studio here. But I don't know, it looks maybe okay for you if you like it. It's good. But I have fun here.
Looks great.
I'm
Yeah,
a big fan of LED lights. I have it
looks good.
everywhere.
Thank you so much. I mean, this is the only thing we can do right now to add more light, which, in our rooms. Besides that, it's dark outside, and so no, it's fine. So,
what are you working on?
where is Markus Besser, by the way? I was thinking he's in the stream. Where's Marcus? I have some questions ready to roll.
Oh boy. Brian's having flashbacks.
He is not here tonight. Marcus,
Marcos is not here. We can't
Lego
confirm.
designer, Harry Potter team, awesome guy. You know,
Nope.
not here.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
But it's good to see everybody. By the way, shout out to the producer, the legend, John Hedlund. He wrote me, hey, it's 8:00 p.m. in your beloved country, but it's actually 7. So I was here in my office, rock and roll, listen to some music, you know, sorting some bricks, and then suddenly I saw, oh, you're alive. But it's totally fine. I mean, this is the way you should do it, you know. You start on your own, then I join you, and this is like the way it should be.
I like that. You know, you can look up time zones as well. It's not just us, Andreas. You can do that too.
Joshua, you know John, you know me. We both are very professional. We're both very professional.
That's true,
And
yes.
when there's any message from John, and he told me it's 8 p.m., it's 8 p.m. So I think it was his plan, and it's an awesome plan, because now everybody was hyped that this crazy German guy is here. And
Oh, see, he's playing 4D chess with you. He was
Hey, Europe unite.
Hey.
Okay,
And
Europe
I think-
unite.
there are many people out there who think, okay, what is going on with Briggs O'Brien and Andres from Zusammengebaut? Because is there still a friendship? Is there still kind of relationship? Is everything gone? The atmosphere, the craziness, you know? But for me, I can just speak of myself here. I still love him. He's a great guy. I mean, he kicked me out of a live stream. He played me in front. He played me in front of the most important Lego designer of all time, after Jack Gerard. He stopped me asking questions about modular building, which was totally out of line.
Listen, Andres, you talked to Rock for 65 minutes straight about the Coliseum without
This was great.
anyone interrupting. Not a single. And like, listen, I love you. I was 22 hours in, Andres. I couldn't. I love you.
The only fun fact is here. I know some Lego designers really well. I mean, the guys you know as well. Mike Syke is a good friend of mine. All great guys. And Marcus Spencer is actually the only designer. I just know him from interviews. You know, when we see each other on Billund, it's like, hey, and we just drop by. He's like a mysterium to me, because we didn't chat. It's like, okay, interview, boom, you go. So maybe this is the reason. I mean, Mike, I can send him a mail. I don't have to ask questions in your crazy 24-hour live stream or something. You know, I can just ask him, hey, Mike, what's about the new Act 1? And after it is released, of course. But now, I mean, Marcus Besser, he's a great guy. And I didn't know that he's in the stream. And then I started asking maybe 2 or 3 questions, and then you just stopped me from doing that.
Well, listen,
I appreciate Brian stopping you from doing that, because then I got to talk to Marcos, and I was really happy because he built one of my favorite sets. So
You know what?
take that organized news guy from Germany that does all these great things, as opposed to fat guy that's friends with Brian.
No, Jeff, you look great. But really, the fun fact is, and this is the true story here, I was waiting for Carsten. You know, we did this birthday show. And he told me, okay, we'll be a little bit late, because I was grabbing one webcam for our show, because now I'm using my Canon, but back in the days I used another webcam, and this wasn't good. And he told me I will be there maybe in 15 minutes or so, and he was just late, and so I had time to talk. But again, Brian, those days are over. It's totally fine. I still love you.
What you need when you do your questions next time, you need a notebook detailing what these questions are for and how official they are.
Yeah.
Making sure
Official
that people know that it's not
questions
made up on the fly.
Yeah. I mean, it was
Jeff, your
beyond
notebooks are
the live stream.
legendary.
So, but again, everything is awesome from my side here. It was so much fun to see you all in the live stream. And I have to say, Joshua, you look really tired in the stream. Now you look like fresh and this guy I know. But in the 24-hour live stream, I thought, okay.
Right. Yes. No. Well,
It
that's
looks
because I was
like-
very tired. So that's accurate.
Yeah.
Joshua, there's a very important question in chat from RDK.
In all
I will
caps.
quote it. Joshua, why do you start beyond the brick?
I don't know. I've been waiting for someone to tell me the answer to that question. We're coming up on our 10-year anniversary this year, so at some point maybe I'll figure it out. Also, we've had Flynn has been waiting patiently, so thank you.
There
Thanks
we
for
go.
joining today. I
Hello.
think it's
Hello.
your first time in the quarantine cast. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, hey,
Hey,
how's it going? Yes, I was taken by surprise. Hey, how's it going? Just building here, so I was just listening to the clever banter and building a little bit of Lego, like I guess many of your viewers. How's it going?
That's right. Most people would say we need more building on the stream.
And more clever
do.
banter. I mean, yeah.
How have your streams and videos been recently, Flynn? I know you guys have been doing some stuff.
Oh, sure, yeah. 3 days a week, we're doing shows and stuff. It's going good. We've been, we started off for some reason doing 7 days a week, and we've slowly whittled it down now to like 3, and 3 seems like a good solid number. But we've been having a good time. We got a really nice, friendly group, and just. I don't know. It's great. It fosters. We do build challenges, so it fosters a lot of community building and new people coming in who've never built before and building stuff. So it's been a really great experience watching, especially a lot of the people who've been watching our show from the beginning. The beginning being the beginning of lockdown. But a lot of people who I've just watched we've watched their work grow and become really seen several people become really amazing builders over the time, which is
That's
fascinating
awesome.
and fun.
Good work.
Oh,
Yeah.
Josh, I'm sorry, just interrupt a second. And Brian, I hate to interrupt somebody, but have you seen this? I mean, this is new. This is the new pandemic look. Have you seen this? This is new. This is new. I don't wear jeans anymore.
What? Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out what you were doing.
I don't care.
It's like, hey, well, I'm wearing pants, everybody. I'm wearing pants. Great.
Well, are those like sweatpants, Andreas?
Yes,
What-
yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay. So you're saying that you're super casual now.
Super casual.
Hey, sweatpants unite. I mean, it's the best outfit. It's the pandemic work from home outfit. I mean, come on, you can't be wrong with that.
Yeah, but
So-
finally
Yeah.
I'm there as well.
I have jeans on, so I guess I'm just more professional than you guys.
Yeah, I'm just.
You are-
Wow, you're super professional. I haven't worn jeans in almost a year.
I've been wearing jeans my whole life, and I discovered sweatpants after, and it's like it's a life-changing moment.
Someone just walked up to you and somebody were like, Mike, have you ever heard of these? And you're like, this
I
changed my
know.
life.
No, actually, my wife bought a pair for me for Christmas. Like, oh, you should be comfy in these, and I never looked back.
In Poland, they don't sell sweatpants.
They do. I just never wear them. I just never wore them, like, cause I always like professional and like And now it's like it's so comfy. You should,
So,
you guys should try
Andreas,
it.
what are you working on there? What is that build?
I'm building here Joker Maynard, the Joker Maynard,
Nice.
which is out there since a few days. By the way, this set is out there since a few days and weeks and months and years, actually. I'm looking for words right now. I haven't spoken English in a while, so it's weird. And the good thing is, Brian, do you know the name of the designer of this set?
No, I don't actually, as a matter of fact.
It's our good buddy, Marcus Besser.
Ah, yes. The one guy you didn't get a chance to talk to. There's going to be more. There's plenty of opportunities, Andres. You got to.
Life is about running gags, Brian. And this is the perfect running gag. And one day, there must be a stream. The next interview I do with Marcus Besser, just with you. It isn't possible without you.
Right.
Life is about running gigs is the title of Andres' autobiography.
That's good.
Whoa, we've got a new notebook from Jeff. So what is this? What is this, Jeff? Feel free to ask away.
All right, so these are official questions I have for Flynn that I didn't just make up to keep this joke going. I assure you 100% already preordained questions. So, Flynn, everybody in the world is excited about this Lego vote thing that's going on, and I know that you guys have covered it 1,000 times on your own channel, but for everybody here that might have missed it, have not seen it, what are you hoping for? What are you hoping and praying for, as it were?
Adventurers is my number one pick.
Oh yeah, there's a reason we brought you into the stream today.
Yeah, that's my top pick for sure. And then I'm really fond of Forest Men, just because I really love the whole like Robin Hood theme, like medieval and Robin Hood like all at the same time is good. And then I don't know, my third pick, I had a very difficult time with that one. I really like colors, so honestly, like I was like Paradisa, I just was kind of going, but I knew it would never happen. So did I really want to, throw my very, very important third vote away? Did I want to go for something else?
What's interesting is I think it appeared on the official Ideas blog, or it appeared on Brickset or somewhere, but they've been able to scrape the results from all the different people that have voted, 50,000, and the top like 5 are Bionicle by a long shot, which is skewed because some people just voted Bionicle. A lot of people didn't vote 3 times. They just voted for 1, which I think is not fair, but whatever. So Bionicle, then there's Trains, Adventurers, Classic Space, and Classic Castle. I think that's the top 5.
Pirates.
So, yeah, you're right. Pirates instead of one of those 5.
Which I don't understand.
So, okay, but why Trains? Why would they come out with a train when they have trains on the shelves?
Because they always stay on track.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. So I don't understand that, quite frankly. I still stand by that Adventurers is the best theme to encapsulate 90 years of Lego history. They could do so much with an Adventurer set compared to all the other ones.
Dear Brian, may I add a question here to this topic?
Andres, I will give you permission. Yes,
Thank you for running it by Brian first. We need you to do that every time in the future.
I was wondering, of course, we've published articles on Zusammengebaut as well about this. I was wondering, is it about the train we see on the image? So we've seen the Santa Fe train. So did the people vote for this specific train, or is it just about Lego trains? I wasn't sure about that. So and we see the Explorer set, Classic Space. So is it about the reboot of the Explorer set, or is it something Classic Space related?
No, I think they, for better or worse, just picked an image that best represented what the theme was. So I don't think you're getting a remaster of the set on the picture. You're going to get a 90th anniversary set that is remastered or remixed to be current, but encapsulating the Adventurers theme or Classic Space theme. But I think if they did do the Classic Space, you would see that ship somewhere a part of the playset if it did come to fruition. But I don't think you're voting for the specific thing.
I don't know about that, actually. I would like to see a rehash of the Galaxy Explorer, but, we're going to. But, yeah, I think updated models would be cool, like you said. So that's just me. I don't know. I'm crazy. Right. Flynn, I have more questions for you.
Okay.
I got a notebook full of them. All right. So, if you could mishmash 2 themes, Flynn, why would they be Fableland and something else?
If I could match 2 themes. Now, are you saying like specifically Lego themes, or are we just like throwing it at a wide net because
Let's go with the wide net. Let's go for it.
oh well, that's that. Oh, I was really hoping for the other one, but all right.
Oh, all right, we'll go to the Lego one then.
The question is adaptable to whatever you want it to be.
Sure. Well, I was just having, I get option paralysis. There's too many things.
Overwhelmed.
Well, of course, Fabuland and Mad Max is a wonderful mashup. So
You guys killed it this year with that.
thanks. But honestly, if I had to mash up two, and yes, I do love Fabuland, but I somehow really want to see. I really want to see monster fighters and elves like in some kind of like terrifying battle. I want to see this thing happen.
That is a very odd choice, but I'm on board. All right, sounds
Oh,
good.
it's like those vampires and werewolves movies.
Yeah, there you go.
Flynn, did you happen to see what Legoland is doing? There's a Lego Mythica theme. Have you seen anything about that?
What?
I've seen a little bit about it. Yeah, I saw some of the builds, or like I saw one of the builds that they had posted, and yeah, so I know a little bit about it. I have to admit my knowledge of Mythica is pretty slim.
Yeah, it gave me Elves vibes only because it was very bright and very out of the box and very like whimsical fantasy sort of a thing. So I think that might be an evolution of that, but I don't think that's going to be a Lego theme. Not
So
that we
you
know.
might
of
say
these
your
right now.
knowledge of Mythica is mythical?
Yes, indeed. Oops.
But that is a thing for anyone that didn't know what that is. There's like weird looking. Okay, Jeff. There's multiple headed creatures and.
This
Yeah,
is a Legoland related thing, Brian?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
first time I heard
Yeah,
about
the
it.
new Legoland, like whatever, like Adventureland or whatever.
Yeah, it'll open in 2025, but
Oh.
they're working on it now.
I
Interesting.
weird.
forgot about it. until
I
Brian
live
mentioned it.
5 minutes from Legoland and I never heard about it.
Well, if you look up Lego Mythica, there should be something either official or otherwise, I think, just involving the builds or something.
Yeah.
But no word on a Lego theme, as far as I know. Which I don't know if that's ever happened before. If they've come out with an attraction at Legoland that was completely not attached to an official theme ever.
Well, Mythica was what it was. It was a game, right? Wasn't there like a board game?
That was Heroica. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was some kind of Ica.
I'm not nerdy enough to know any of these.
That's probably okay.
So yeah, that's a thing. Just to throw it out.
Well,
there,
we'll
yeah.
have Mike on the scene to cover it for us whenever that opens in 5 years.
Oh,
I got you guys.
If,
I got you, fam.
If John is there, yeah, there's 2 links in the private chat. So like one of these images is from Legoland Windsor, and it's a giant like cat, blue cat with phoenix-looking red wings, and it just looks so weird but so cool. I'm
Yeah.
like, very interesting.
I think there are going to be sets. I'm not 100% sure. Like, I thought I heard rumors or saw something in relation to that, but all of those are just rumors at this point, and I can't, like, per se, we'll totally get them, don't worry. So I'm not going to be that guy.
But look at this thing. If that is what the precedent is for something like that they could do whatever they wanted to,
Yeah.
like with
Yeah, that's
creatures
great.
or otherwise.
So
That's pretty
cool.
A tweet from Legoland Windsor there, yeah. It's a cat with wings like a parrot.
Kinda, yeah.
Oh.
By the way, have you heard of the new Duplo theme, which is going to be out there very soon?
No, you want to break some news, Andres?
Maybe. It's totally fine. It's up to you. I don't want to, because we've published live ticker today. New York Toy Fair is very close, but we've been at the Toy Fair Nuremberg today, and we've published a live ticker, live from a showroom, and wrote about all the new summer sets, which are going to be out there in June and July.
Andres, do you want some breaking news music before you break this news?
Maybe, but it's actually not a real news. That's the problem.
Oh.
So we can have not real news music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There we go.
because I thought it's a joke. You know, we've published a live ticker, and there wasn't any show today in Nuremberg, and there are actually many people out there who think this wasn't a joke, which is because Matthias, for example, wrote they're going to be a new Duplo vampire set.
Wow, that's crazy.
So
Jeez.
so a lot
This
of
is
fun.
why I
was
can
going on.
never rely on Zazumgabad as a reliable source of news.
No,
You never know what's going
It
on.
is not. No, because you mentioned a vampire a few minutes ago. I thought this is fun to add here. Yeah, so we wrote about all the sets which could be out there, but they are just fake. And now I'm still there and answering to all the comments. But
You know who is a reliable source of news is Between
yes,
Bricks
New Zealand.
with
Hey,
Dan.
Dan.
How's it going?
Hey, Dan.
Hey,
Hello.
how's it going, people? Good morning, good
Glad you
afternoon,
could join us.
evening. I don't know.
I got a
What's
full
the time?
house. Look at this crew.
Look at this. Yeah.
Jeez.
Ooh,
Pretty
the
crazy.
squad.
Everyone's here, and then Kirk's here too. Hey, there we go.
Right in the middle of Kirk.
We're like a dysfunctional Brady bunch. It's fitting.
Yeah.
Brian,
I
I'm
gotta
not
look tough.
gonna-
Gotta look tough.
I'm not
Kirk,
gonna
what
sit
are
here-
you working on again there?
I'm working on this Creator 3-in-1 set. I'm almost finished with it. I built the shuttle or whatever, and then I'm working on the truck right now. And it's going to be
Is that
something.
part of the Marvel universe?
No, I think that's a part of the Marvel universe sitting right over there. I could show it to you guys, but I want to finish the set first.
Don't
I'm
let
thinking
Jeff
about
pressure you into it.
No, I'm thinking about it. I might show it.
No, Kirk,
Come on.
keep your secrets. It's fine. It's fine.
No, Brian, you don't have control over what I do, okay?
Oh,
I will show my mock if I want to. You understand?
Kirk, you and the team right now, the anti-Brian club here. No,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
just kidding, just kidding.
See, Brian thinks that he has control over everyone. He's just like, you know what, Andreas,
listen,
stop talking.
Yes,
Stop
you know what you
asking
mean,
questions.
Kirk. I know exactly what you mean.
Oh, man.
shut the both of you. Stop it.
See? Look at that. He's already telling y'all to shut up. It's not like the first time.
I know exactly what.
Kirk, you can call me whenever we want. If there's something you would like to speak about, I'm here for you. This is
Oh, man.
friendship, you know? This is real, deep friendship.
Dan,
Yes.
Dan, save me. What are you working on, man? How we doing?
Oh, boy.
You're on your own, mate.
Oh,
Oh.
dang it.
I'm tearing down, actually. I'm just pulling this one apart because it's been sitting on the side there for a while and gotten a bit dusty. So it's time to take it to pieces.
Is that the highly inaccurate Kylo Ren TIE fighter?
Yeah, the original, the old grey one
Oh,
that does things that none of the others, This, from my understanding, this was based on just some images that the designers had rather than movie footage or anything. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so it is the original one. I do have the newer one as well, and I was going to compare them both, but I haven't got time for that at the moment.
Well, I'm glad that you're here. So what we haven't been able to talk about here on Beyond the Brick, for like me or Joshua, or any of the correspondents here, didn't get their chance to have the Blacksmith Shop. So I want to hear from you, in this context, what you think of the Blacksmith Shop. And I don't know if Andres, you got it as well, if you want to share your opinions on it, because I know Ninjago City just happened, but to me that comes out in like 5 days. I want to hear some thoughts.
Maybe a shout out to John. He could show some images from Zusammengebaut because Jonas did an awesome review. He actually built a setting. So maybe somebody else could start. John could look for the images because they're really awesome. What he did, he just built the nature around and the stuff like model builder. And he is really hyped by the set. And we received a lot of nice comments. So I'm hyped too, but I haven't built it on my own. But there are really some great images out there on Assembled.
I'll pull it up here because John is away right now, but I'll find it and share
Okay.
it.
Okay.
So yeah, Dan, what do you think?
So the Blacksmith Shop, I thoroughly enjoyed the build. To be fair, I had just done Ninjago City Gardens a couple of days beforehand, and the Gardens whilst it was a spectacular build, you really had to concentrate on it. There was a lot of really quite specialist technique in that build, and I think AFOLs will love that build because it's just so clever. So when I sat down to do the blacksmith was more start at the base, build with the plates, build up with the bricks, put in some detail, build up some more bricks, stick some tiles on, and then build the next layer. And it was very much modular style. And for me personally, I love that style of building. And whilst it wasn't super technically advanced, it was nice and relaxing and very detailed. There was some pretty cool technique in it, and I love the look of it. So yeah, I really enjoyed the blacksmith, to be honest. It was a nice build to sit down for a few hours. I think it took about 4 hours to build, 4, 5, I don't know. And just build away, and you can see what you're building while you're building it. It's not one of those models that you're sticking the second to last brick on and you're like, oh, look at that. You know what it is while you're building. So definitely recommend it.
Excellent. Yeah. Andres, you didn't do the video or content on it, did you?
No, so I didn't write about it because again, Johnson, yeah, there we go. So he built this lovely setting, which looks stunning in my opinion, and he's a big fan of all the old castle sets. So he's a big collector, and he's really so he and I talked to him on a live stream, and he told me that it's really good looking, and especially all the details inside are awesome. So I think they put a lot of details inside, which you haven't seen in the fan submission, which is lovely too. And we had a lot of discussions about the roof and the colors and stuff like that. But actually, in the first kind of leaked image, which I think published Amazon in Spain, there was something different because the colors were wrong somehow. Now you see the real colors, and it looks stunning in my opinion. Nice figures we have right here. And when you look inside the build, you have a lot of really nice things which add a lot of details. And when you know the designer, he's also, I forgot his name right now, but he also did the bookshop 2 years ago. Yeah, exactly. And so you see kind of the same style here and there, which is lovely. And I grew up in a town of the Middle Ages. And so for me, it's like homecoming, you know, it's we have all the frames and stuff. So it looks very similar. And I like, for example, that he put tan and white, not only white, so that it's not too shiny. And of course, you can discuss about the blue on the roof, but I think we've seen other castle sets in the past where we had those blue roofs. And I think they add this detail there because it is kind of the travel back in time to the older castle sets. But again, it's a lovely set. Jonas wrote a long review, as you can see right here, and the sword with a light brick as well. So if you really miss Lego castle sets, this is the set for you, I would say. I mean, it's out there very soon, and I will buy one on my own. Josh, will you buy one too? Will you grab one set or no?
I will definitely pick this setup at some point. There's a good chance I might end up building it on the 24-hour live stream later this year. Usually throughout the year, I'll kind of find the sets that I'm interested in or really want to build, and then get them for the 24-hour live stream.
Josh, I know this whole global pandemic thing is frustrating, but right now you don't have to talk about the next 24-hour live stream in November. Right. We still have a summer to live. Please,
no, I know, but I'm always thinking, because it's 24 hours. Obviously, I need a lot to build. So I'm always thinking, this is something that I could build on that stream. I like to save up.
And then you have your next live stream, 24 hours. No, it's like
Joshua was thinking of what to build, and he's also thinking of who to torture for the next 24-hour live stream.
That's probably true. You always got to plan ahead. That's what professionals do, right, Andreas? You plan ahead.
Yes, of course. But Joshua, talking about the next 24-hour live stream, may I ask you something? Emma, welcome again next time, Joshua?
That's a question for Brian. I can't answer that.
Yes. But if you're gonna show up and ask Marcos Besa, play 150 questions with him, you got to do it at like hour 10 and not hour 20. It's my only stipulation.
Maybe Brian, you don't tell Andres to shut up this time too. That'd probably be nice.
I was very tired.
I'm just saying. I mean, you don't talk to your friends like that, Brian.
I actually do. I do.
No, that's true. You do. You tell me to shut up at least 3 times a day. So.
Yep.
So, I was going to say an interesting thing about the Blacksmith Shop is Wes Talbot, who was the designer, he also worked heavily on Elves, the whole series, and he's also a Dungeons and Dragons player. And I don't know if you all saw the Beholder model that he did not too long ago. It's beautiful, like just this huge eyeball with all these eyeball stalks. And he did around the time that the Mickey and Minnie set came out, because he used the Mickey and Minnie arms, those like big giant macaroni that they have now. Used those for the eye tentacles, but he's really into all of that stuff. So I think you can. I haven't built it, and I really want to, but you can. I think you can see all of those influences in that building, from Elves and D&D and Classic Castle. Like I think it all sort of. He brought all of that energy to it. I think that's really, really cool.
So
and also the colors. For example, he told me in an interview, I think 2 years ago, that he's a big fan of this teal color.
Yep.
And there's a bit of teal as well inside the building. So I like the shiny colors he's using all the time.
So clearly there's a lot of Castle fans at Lego, and now you have the 90th anniversary vote. And, whether or not it ends up becoming logistical for Lego to do so in a timely manner, it always seems like whatever the designers are really itching to do in some way, in some form or fashion, it comes to fruition. So do you think that, and this is open to anyone, do you think that they scratched the itch for Castle, like that is the Castle set that Lego feels is good for now? Or are they going to do more Castle things with the potential success of the Blacksmith Shop?
I have thoughts.
Is anyone who is a more diehard Classic Castle fan able to comment on the matter?
Cool.
I mean, I always like to think they're going to do more with it, but it's very hard to predict. But I think it'll be popular, and I'd love to see them do more.
I mean, I think it's up to us. I mean, if we're gonna buy this set, a lot of people are buying an Ideas Castle set. There could be more. Think of Lego Minecraft. There was one idea set, and then we've seen the whole line. So it's possible. I would say.
So you know how like when you used to watch like your favorite cartoon when you're a kid, and then like you grow older, and then you find out that some dude has decided to make an entire like movie universe based on that cartoon, right? And like everything looks a little bit better, everything looks a little newer. That's what the Blacksmith Shop is to me, and I think it looks great. And I hope that we see more of that aesthetic in like future castle builds or whatever, like either a big castle or like a smaller castle, whatever. But something along those lines. I hope we see that, and I hope this isn't a one and done, personally.
Yeah, I think the same thing happened last year with the Pirates of Barracuda Bay. That came out, that had a massive nostalgia hit. The box for the Barracuda Bay was amazing with the old sort of 1980s, 90s styling with the blue and the yellow. And people were screaming for more pirates, absolutely screaming, but nothing yet, except for that 3-in-1 pirate ship. So, and I think there's been a rumor about potentially a 3-in-1 castle coming as well, or something along those lines. So yeah, I think that, if they're using this to test the market, they're getting the answers they need, that's for sure. So we could definitely do with some more. No doubt. Castle would sell.
I hope it does. I agree with you 100%, Dan.
I think, though, in my personal opinion, if they're going to do a redo, they need to redo the classic styling, because I know we had Castle in the 2010s, I want to say, where it was the orcs versus the sort of the knights sort of thing.
2011, right?
Was it 2011? Yeah. And
yeah.
It's a little bit like every time there's a redo and there's a slight change, you're going to pick up the new people and the kids of the time, but you're not going to grab so much the AFOLs. And now the AFOL market is so important in my opinion, to Lego that they need to go back and do a little bit of redo. That's why I feel like Classic Space would be a good choice for the winner for the 90th anniversary, because yet we haven't had a genuine redo of Classic Space, with the exception of Benny's spaceship. Well, arguably that was for the film. So to get a genuine redo of some old Classic Space would be, in my opinion, a license to print money.
But the monorail is gone, so I think this is the heart of the whole classic space theme.
All right, so this is a bit of a stretch, but this is what Zoom was saying when I was talking to him about the space situation. The 3-in-1 creator sets that we've been getting, it's usually the camper, the cabin, the whatever, and then they've snuck in some space stuff. They snuck in the rover last year. They snuck in the small $10 Lego space set this year. And in a way, we're kind of getting Lego space, just in a sneaky way, I guess, and not like a devoted line, but I wouldn't mind another devoted line. I wouldn't necessarily want Classic Space personally, but, that's just me.
Now, as much as I advocate for a 6,700 piece Princess Peach's castle, I don't know what would sell. I mean, I kind of know deep down in my heart what would sell more. Like, what would be more appealing? A $400 Ultimate Collector Series-esque castle that implements, classic Robin Hood sort of vibes. You have maybe the Black Falcon, or is it Black Falcon or Blue Falcon? I'm sorry. Blue Falcon?
Black
Falcon.
Yeah, Black Falcon.
Black Falcon branding, whatever. Or would it be, a Princess Peach's castle? I don't know. But I think there's something there for Lego to do an end-all be-all castle of some kind in some way. I think there is.
I'm waiting for it, hopefully.
This is really annoying, Joshua. First time I join here in your beloved live stream with so many lovely people here, and I just want to build in a very relaxed way. And since the first minute I'm here, it's all Lego Technic. So I really put a light here, so you can see right here the whole entrance. It's all Technic. So it's
well,
I remember that set. It's a lot of Technic.
Because I'm not.
You know who you have to blame for that, Andreas?
Of course, Brian.
no, Brian did not design that set.
I mean, it's not always a bad idea to blame Brian.
It's what ends up happening most of the time anyways. I'm used to it. It's all good.
He's happy to have you blame him as long as you're over watching on his Twitch stream to help him reach the 75 average viewers he needs.
Yeah.
How are you going with that, Brian?
Well, I mean, the birthday live stream was a much larger turnout than I thought. I did a lot of hyping up for it, I guess. But yeah, the overall concurrent watch time was crazy and support was crazy. But I'm at 64 or 65 average viewers over the past 30 days, and to hit partner, I need 75.
75,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm kind of close, but even if I hit those benchmarks, that doesn't mean I'll get approved. It's just based off, who reviews it and what ends up happening. So, and I don't even really want, I don't need to hit it, but I think having goals and trying to push for something like that is important in general. So,
absolutely.
What does partner give you that, versus, I guess, where you are right now? What are the perks of getting that?
I mean, being a partner, basically, it gives you a checkmark A on your profile. It shows that, you're a consistent streamer that has built up a substantial enough community to potentially be involved in more Twitch official, things, kind of like RLFM in a way, like, oh, hey, we'll hook you up with this or do that, collaborations or blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
You get access to a lot more emotes, so you can add a whole bunch more if someone subscribes. I don't actually know all too much more than that because I haven't really considered it. But
you get better financial return.
I think you get a better cut on subscriptions and
you get 70%.
What exactly is it?
Because you get paid with subscribers, right? But I think a partner gets a higher percentage of that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Affiliates get 50% and a partner gets 70
Yeah.
or
So
75.
Brian, maybe you can tell John and Joshua how to earn money with this whole video YouTube streaming thing.
Yeah,
Maybe-
we're still trying
I mean-
to figure it out. So maybe you can.
Well,
So-
at almost 900,000 subscribers, you should. I mean, I don't know.
That doesn't mean anything. They're still in the baby stages.
The other benefit to partner, Brian, is you can create what's called a stream team. And we need a brick building stream team on Twitch, man.
Yeah. Oh wait. So there's a tag, but we don't. There's not a. Because Nick's not a partner, so there's no other like Lego streamer, right?
So
Not
Wait,
as a
like-
partner.
Nick is not a partner?
No,
No,
he's
Nick-
not.
no.
He should be.
Oh,
he
wow.
really should be.
I'm
But
surprised right now, actually.
He's tried really hard, but
He's been doing this for a long time, and he's growing pretty big on Twitch. I don't know why.
it's that 75 average. It's a killer.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, if I reached partner, then I would absolutely do a brick building stream team and like put everyone, whoever in it. That could be a whole thing, actually.
You want to just keep all the power for yourself?
No, not that I want that, but like, but there is definitely something to pushing a bit more on Twitch for Lego building content, and there isn't a Lego category, and Dan can speak to this a lot, and you know, Flynn has recently got into Twitch too with Tricky Bricks and building some sets over there, but there isn't a Lego category. So do you go into makers and crafting to do your thing? Do you go into just chatting, podcasting? Like, what's the best discoverability? Because a lot of people aren't searching specifically for Lego content, which could be a thing on Twitch's end they could change, or Lego could advocate for it more and talk to Twitch and really do a push there. But, you know, I don't know what the solution is, but I think Dan can speak to it a little bit more.
Yeah, gentlemen, I'm just gonna interrupt for a second. I have to go actually right now. Finished my
Yeah,
build.
Mike.
So that's what I was doing today, the little promo gift with the ice rink. It moves in a very cool fashion, so they actually spin. So glad to give this one to my kids actually. Probably they're gonna have a lot of fun with it before they break it. But yeah, thanks for having me, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for stopping by and thanks
Later,
for the
Mike.
Bye,
chat.
Mike.
Appreciate
Take
it.
care.
Bye. Peace out.
So, Kirk, where's this mock of yours?
Oh, you want me to show it now? I just started a new set.
No, he's not showing it till he has the video done, Jeff.
Is he Joshua? Because I'm pretty sure he said that he was.
Yeah, I said I
we
would.
need to wait and let him present it in the best quality possible.
It's
So
not
you're
that I-
saying that Beyond the Brick isn't the best quality possible?
Correct. In this instance, it's better for him to make his own video.
Oh, okay.
No, I could show it. Just give me a second. I could show it. It's not a big deal. Hold on.
Man, one day Kirk is going to be like one of those guys we read about in the newspaper. A local team goes crazy. Unknown reason.
I would hope not.
Unknown reason.
Bubble Fett says brick building is a Twitch category. It's a tag, but it's not a category when you're looking it up on the platform. Not like when you're browsing the categories, you see Super Mario Maker 2 and Fortnite and blah, blah, blah. There's no Lego section.
Yeah, there's just the brick building thing, and
Yeah,
Nick
I don't
told
know if
me
they
to
can
do,
actually use a Lego tag because the word Lego is protected. So I don't think they can actually put one there. That was the argument that I heard. So most brick builders will use Makers and Crafting. I streamed under Makers and Crafting for 2 years, and I've been streaming under, not 2 years, for 18 months. And then I've been streaming under Just Chatting for the last 3 months, and I've had a heck of a lot more interaction under the Just Chatting tag or category than I did under Makers and Crafting. And it's simple numbers game. You can go in there on any given day and there's a couple of 100,000 people watching Just Chatting and 300 people worldwide watching Makers and Crafting.
Oh,
And
wow.
Within the category, if you're sitting on Just Chatting, like I've had people come into my stream recently that are like, oh, you were on the front page of Just Chatting. So, you know, I've been sticking with Just Chatting for ages, and people see that it's a Lego channel, obviously massive big sign behind my head. And they come in, and a lot of people will come in and they'll be like, oh, I didn't know people did Lego on Twitch. It's like, well, actually, there's a whole community of people doing Lego on Twitch. So it is growing. and it's getting more and more discovered, but it's not very discoverable. As Brian said, it's very poorly discoverable, and essentially that's what I use YouTube for. Whenever I make a YouTube video, I always say I stream on Twitch 3 times a week if you want to come over and have a chat. Because that live interaction is important, and I find the live interaction with people extremely valuable.
Yeah, and he's totally right. So, yeah, it's growing, and I think if there was a team or something to push for it a little more, then I think that would help a lot. So if I'm the closest one to it, then yeah, I would be the one, I guess, to make it an official thing and do it up,
Let's do it. We'll do what we can to help get you there.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, if we had a Lego stream team, man, that would be absolutely dope, because
That would be awesome.
You can create, essentially, you could do a website for the stream team. Everyone in the stream team links to all the other channels that's in the team. Anybody on the team who's streaming can just look at the team and see who's streaming, and then raid into them to take viewers to other streamers. And
so basically what I'm here, so there, I'm going to go into a video game reference here. There's a scene at the very end of Paper Mario on the N64 where Mario is facing off against Bowser, and Bowser has the star rod. He's like, I'm invincible. You can't stop me. And then everybody throughout the entire Paper Mario land wishes upon the stars that are flying down in the night sky, and they're making wishes, and that power, that energy is manifesting into Mario to defeat Bowser. So basically, I need to defeat Twitch in order to become a Twitch partner to then make the Lego stream team and restore balance in the rightful place that Lego has on Twitch. Is basically what I'm hearing.
Wow, that was yes, 100% that.
I just wanted to roll with it. All right, no, well, so let's get April be in the chat exactly like that, Brian. You got it. That's perfect. That's it. I didn't know you could do a website and stuff. All right, Kirk, what is your where's your thing? World premiere.
Oh boy! All right, this is not really gonna be in focus because I can't control my camera because it's all the way over there. But
Dude, that's an awesome bat cave.
no, it's the Hall of Armor for Iron Man for building the Marvel Universe. So I finished it now. I'm probably gonna add maybe 1 or 2 slight changes to it later, but I'm gonna be working on the video maybe tonight and most likely tomorrow because I want to release it on Friday. So
You can use the window clippies, like I said.
Hmm?
Use the window clippies, like I suggested.
Oh yeah. I had I couldn't use the exact one that you showed me, but I had the the window panels and then just the antenna bases to hold them there. So
Yeah.
So it worked. So that's finished, and like I said, I'll work on the video.
Wait, can you show us the dummy that you worked on for 2 hours the last time?
Okay, yeah, it definitely was not. It wasn't that long. Here it is. So I hate that it's out of focus for you guys. I wish I could focus it. And,
All right, so this way I can make a meme of this as well too. All right, thank you.
Oh, that's okay. Dang it, Jeff.
So, Kirk, remind people where they can find the finished video and check out your work.
Oh, okay. So it'll be over on my channel, Vision Bricks, this Friday. At least that's the goal. I did put that on Instagram that it's going to be on Friday, so I kind of pressured myself to get it done for Friday. But that's the goal. That's where it'll be. I'm most likely going to premiere it. Normally, I premiere my videos around 2:30, and then sometimes 12:30, but it depends. And that's where you'll find the video at. And then the other person's video that I'm collaborating with will be on their channel. But yeah.
Awesome stuff. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Do you outside of Marvel, what builds have you done for people who haven't seen your stuff before?
So I do a mixture of stuff. Marvel is kind of the thing that I kind of do more so on the channel, just because I guess people really enjoy those builds whenever I do them. But sometimes I do more generic stuff. So in the past, I've done interior builds, and then I also tend to do stuff from the 80s because that's my other thing. So it's okay, I'll do something for example, a Goonies mock or Gremlins, or one time I even made a vignette for Murder, She Wrote, which is this old mystery show. So like,
Oh man.
so I do things that people would just look like. Well, at least for like, I guess like my younger audience, it's like, okay, I don't know what this is, but cool, I guess.
You mean they don't know what Murder She Wrote is? What's wrong with kids these days?
I don't know. Like it's weird like that. But I guess I focus more so on like the adult community that I've kind of grown over time. Like I feel like I've had more interaction with the AFOL community than I have with the TFOL community, which is kind of weird. Because when I started my channel, I was a TFOL.
Well,
So
who
it's
is
like-
your audience on your channel, Kirk? Is it like other T-falls or is it becoming more A-falls over time?
I think it's been more A-fold than T-fold, to be honest. Like I check analytics and it's like always saying more adults are watching the content than the younger. Like there's a younger audience, but it's more of the adult community than the younger audience, which is kind of strange. But I don't mind it at all because I feel like I kind of am able to interact a bit more with the adult community than I am with the younger community, which is weird.
Kirk,
What, Jeff?
that's rude. So,
No,
firstly,
I don't mean it to be rude. I'm just like,
if you
I
did the
don't-
Murder She Wrote mock, why didn't you do the Murder She Wrote / Magnum PI crossover mock?
No, there's a mashup for you.
that is gonna. No, here's
That
the
is
thing
an
about that.
actual
Someone actually suggested for me to do, what was it? I think it was either Miami Vice or it was Magnum PI to do a mock for that when I posted it on Reddit.
Yeah.
So like, there's certain stuff that I'm looking at. Like, I still have to get back to Lego Alien, but like, I still have the Xenomorph and everything from that. So like, I try to just kind of go based on the stuff that I have an interest in, that I kind of know, I guess more about, and kind of like I really have a passion for. So like, at some point down the line, I would like to do something from Knight Rider. At some point down the line, I would like to do something from like, I don't know,
Predator 2.
You keep saying that. At some point, I'm gonna do it. At some point, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna make that video just specifically for Jeff. At some point, I'll do it. It's just a matter of how exactly to make the.
I don't believe you.
No, at some point. At some point. But yeah, like that's just how it's been in terms of me like making content. Overall, like I said, it tend like I think at one point actually it tends to be more of a like UK audience than like US, which was also weird at one point. Yeah, I used to have more people watching in the UK than I did the US, and I would look at the analytics and like, how is that possible? But
Well, you see, Kirk, there's more people than just the United States. Like, for instance, Andres and Dan are from other parts of the world.
no,
They are? I thought they were
Very,
American.
very small country, which is based in a space we call it Europe.
Yeah.
And we have some Lego related stuff here also, some YouTube channels. But there's actually one thing I don't, because it's interesting what you're telling right now, Kirk. I usually don't care. Analytics and stuff, I ignore it
I don't
completely.
really that much
But
either.
something I realized a few weeks ago is that my American viewership has really dropped. So that's why I'm here, to show the people I'm still out there, I'm still alive. I have my office here, and I'm still a good buddy. And with what's your name, Joshua Handlin? Yeah.
What's your name?
You're just using us to get more American viewers. I see how it is.
It's the only reason why we hang out in New York for 1 week, just because of the viewership of your beloved country, the United States of America.
But your long-term plan is to make it big in Japan, though, right?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, but there's one running gag I told you all the time. I'm well known in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. And today, for the first time, I did an interview for a radio station in Switzerland. And when you think of Switzerland, it's always like they have very good plan. They're
And
very
chocolate, right?
And the whole interview, the whole thing with hello, goodbye, 50 minutes. And she asked me like 100 questions. It's what's really like, hey, how are you doing? I'm fine. Okay, let's start. It was really professional. So something for John and myself, it's all about professional here. Like 50 minutes, really. Okay, and I drove to my office, and okay, now I'm done. Okay, I can drive back. Okay, bye. It was fun.
Andres, here's what you need to do for more American viewers. All right, listen to Jeff. He's American. You need a hat that has one of the 2 drinks on the side of it with straws. That's the first thing. Second thing.
Wait a second.
Hot dog.
Please go
I was
on.
gonna say hot dogs. You need more hot dogs.
Hot dogs. Third thing, Cindy Crawford cutout in the back behind you. You're all
I
set.
feel like he has one. He's going off to go get it.
That's how you get the American views.
But while Andres is gone, let me show off my build here real quick.
I'm back.
Oh, there,
I'm
wait,
back.
there it is.
I'm sorry. We have this on right now.
Is that a hat from Burger King? What is that?
Perfect. Americans love stupid hats. There you go.
I love it. Oh, man.
This is Germany. We are fun as well.
That should be Germany's tagline. This is Germany. We are fun as well.
Brian, did you have something you actually wanted to show off?
Yes. Let me show off my build real quick. So I'm highly disappointed in every one of the Ninjago fans in the chat right now because none of you told me that some of these Ninjago sets, the characters have health bars above them like in video games. Nobody told me that. So this is, I don't even know what this is, but this is a mech based off of Kai, the red ninja, right? Yeah. So really cool looking mech. And it comes with a prelude to the video llama guy. You have this robo llama guy with a thing, surfboard, and a health bar. I like it a lot. And then I also, I saw this on sale, and I'm like, why is this on sale? Like, let me see what it's all about. There's a little arcade cabinet that you get 2 minifigures from it, and you get like these molded pieces that are pretty big. So I don't know why these were on sale. They're pretty cool. So I like the 2 figures. I mean, I think Ninjago is really cool. It's just not typically for me. So obviously, you know, I just picked these up because they looked fun. And the fact that they're gaming related and they look cool, I'm like, all right, I'm in. So
that was the first Ninjago set you've ever built?
Not ever built, but the first Ninjago set I ever willingly bought out of my way. So like a lot of Ninjago stuff I've come across either because it was on a deep discount. I'm like, oh, it's a good deal, whatever. But I've never bought one because I'm like, oh, I want to buy a Ninjago set right now. So congratulations, Lego. Your marketing around the 10-year anniversary got me to spend $30.
I feel the same way about their newest mech that's come out. Like, I really want to buy that. I really want to build it. I've never felt that way about Ninjago ever.
Yeah.
That mech's actually pretty cool. The best thing about that mech is it's got, and this is going to sound really stupid, but it's got knees. It's actually got functional knees.
That's what I was looking at.
And it's one of those things that, like, with a lot of mechs, they don't have functional knees. So they can articulate at the hip and at the ankles and don't articulate at the knee. But this one actually articulates at the knee, and it's super strong. The joint is super strong.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of people are going to take that technique and put it into other mechs of similar size. I've got it just over there if you want to have a look at it. That is still built. Nice. Yeah. It's a nice model.
Kevin says, Brian, you know why anything Lego is on sale. Well, I know, but I mean, like, you get 2 minifigures, you get the arcade cabinet. I liked it. I'm glad I got it on sale. It's interesting. Wait, you spent $30 on those, Brian? That's actually what they cost together, full price. It might have been I got it on sale. So this was like $8, and what's this one retail? 20 or something? I forget.
Oh.
Whatever it is. I did get it on sale a little bit.
I know that Walmart had those arcade cabinets on sale for like down to almost $5 a piece.
Yeah. I like filling out the survey at the Lego store because I know all the people there too. So I'm like, oh, more impulse buy, admittedly, than anything. And to have a conversation piece on here because I don't have anything smaller in scale to build here. And I don't feel like buying old stuff on Bricklink quite yet. So
what's your next big expenditure from Bricklink?
Say it again, Jeff.
What's your next big expenditure?
I don't know. I'm holding off. I want to get. So I got the Ogles Command Center a while ago, and there's a sub base that I want that I got as a kid, but I never finished it because the build was too difficult, and so I want to get it sealed if I can for a decent price. But I've seen it dip down to like 70 sealed, which I'm like, all right, that's early 2000s. That's cool. but it goes up to 100, and I'm like, do I really need it? Like when you're shopping on Bricklink, you could get the used version with 100% everything for 55, or the sealed version for 70, and it's like, well, at that rate, you know, you might as well get it sealed if you really want it. So like, I'm trying to shop, but nothing quite yet.
Brian, how old are you?
Now I'm 25.
Over the hill,
Thank you.
ready to die.
Yes.
That's what Brian is now.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow, the rest of us are screwed.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I must have just crawled out of the grave then.
Yeah.
You know,
Brian
Brian,
has a reverence for calling people
when you're getting older.
People have a reverence for calling anyone over the age of 20 old, so don't worry, it's fine. He's just.
So,
Did you
Brian,
turn it-
I was just wondering you're talking about buying Lego sets right now, you know, and have fun with Lego bricks and buying new stuff during this whole pandemic. Do you ever had thoughts like, oh my goodness, my life is nearly over?
Jesus. That got heavy all of a sudden.
Now, Andres, you know that old kind of belief that, you know, the man who wears the clown makeup and entertains for a living, you know, blowing up animal balloons and entertaining the children at the birthday parties, like it's a sad clown, like he uses the makeup to cover up what he's actually feeling on the inside, because that's how he ends up, you know, covering up what demons he battles. You know how that's a thing?
I was when I was a child, I was the clown all the time. I was wearing
Right.
clown
And you
costume.
could never find a way to be serious because everyone wanted you to be the clown and not actually be serious.
But everybody will die, and clowns also.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So basically, yeah, Andres, I wake up with existential dread every day. And I know I'll die. Listen, I know I'll die. Every steak and cheese calzone I eat is another 30 minutes closer to hitting the stack.
I mean, of course, it's always allowed to make fun about everything, but I was wondering right now, I listened to the news in the last days, and I mean, to be honest here, I won't see John, I won't see Brian again before maybe next year. This is the truth. I mean, we can talk about and think about anything else, but it won't happen. And this is kind of the sad thing, you know, not seeing Joshua Hendon for 3 years maybe, and Brian not
I
seeing
think that's
him
a
for 2 years.
blessing. I don't know what you're talking about.
New York, say hello Brian, hey, how are you doing? Okay, goodbye, we have to go. So,
But that's
I mean,
what the
this is
live
very
streams
important
are
to me.
for. You know, we can talk on the live streams, Andreas.
This is fun. That's why I'm here, and I'm so happy and thinking about the rest of my life.
We'll see each other again in person eventually.
We will. I will be old, very
And-
gray, long hair.
You know the thing, Andres, when it does have, so I don't like to think about the next convention or the next big thing because it gets me a little sad thinking about when that next time might be down in the future, right? But the times that I do, I think about how much pent up energy and positivity there is for when a show does happen and most people are able to come together and celebrate the love of Lego, the love of being around the people and the environment. And I think all of that is going to outweigh in that moment any amount of stress or sadness or aggravation that's come about in the past 18 months. I know it. And I can't wait for that day, but we all just we gotta hold on to the tables. We gotta keep running through the blizzard and just keep going. You know, That's what we all gotta do.
Word, Brian.
Or
And then when
you
I-
could all
when
just
I-
come to New Zealand. We've got shows starting up again next
The
month.
more that I hear you talk, the more I'm like, what am I doing? Why aren't I in New Zealand? I'll just go.
Why? 2 weeks of quarantine and then you're out and you're a free bird, buddy. You know,
Right.
No restrictions, no lockdowns, no COVID. We are good to go, man.
What a paradise.
Kinda is, really. It's just kind of tricky we can't actually go anywhere else. But hey, we still get all of our own freedoms, so I'm not complaining.
Well, I finished bag 6. So I'm gonna call it a day on this build for today. It's definitely coming together finally.
There you go.
The bridge is very nice.
Oh, that's so nice.
Posts, like these decorations back here.
So how many more bags are left? 2 or 3?
Goes to 11 actually. So there's like 4 left.
Oh, jeez.
So maybe next week I'll finish it. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh, they're getting shorter and shorter, your live streams, right? We have nearly 2 hours on the clock. And the beginning was like 5 hours. Everybody was excited and building the whole time, chatting the whole time, being amused, And now it's like, oh my goodness, it's nearly 2 hours. I'm tired and I have to eat something, and we are done. Joshua, look at this cast. You have somebody from New Zealand. You have the one and only Flynn here. Okay, Jeff is kind of here. Kirk, Brian, and myself. Everything for this evening was planned, to leave the kids at home. Told my girlfriend I'm going to be in the big Beyond the Brick live stream, building for 6 hours, have fun. And now I'm sitting here 1 hour and 44 minutes, and you tell me, okay, guys, I'm done with my bag. Okay, it's Beyond the Brick. I'm done. I'm not done. Here are maybe and I would like, and please don't get me wrong, I would like to finish bag 9. I'm sorry, this is English. Bag 9. And then I can give you, hey, Josh, I'm done. Okay, now we can wrap up. I mean, this is only fair play, I mean, I still have maybe 20 bricks here. No, 30, 40. And I would love to finish my bag 9, if it's possible. Only if it's possible.
It is possible. I wasn't saying we had to immediately stop the stream. I was just saying I would stop being for the day.
Flynn, I'm sorry. We haven't met in person, which is maybe hopefully one day. When you listen to Joshua a few minutes ago, maybe 2 minutes ago, it sounds to you like, now we're done, right? Or does it sound to you like, okay, maybe we have 10 more minutes to go, and then we'll quit?
He was going to do the outro and be like, I want to thank everybody for being here for another amazing week of the Quarantine Cast. And Andres is like, no.
It's not happening. Finish my bag.
You can finish the steps you're on, Andres. It's fine.
This is very kind of you. This is very kind of you.
Brian had finished his build, and I didn't want him to have to sit there with nothing to work on while we were all building.
Do you realize how much of the 24-hour stream I actually spent building? I spent like 10 hours building of 24. I sat there and did nothing for 14 hours. Isabel in the chat says, watching this podcast gets more chaotic each week is incredible. Welcome to the Quarantine Cast, Isabel. One of the best Lego shows, most chaotic Lego shows you'll ever see on the internet.
You're welcome, Isabel.
While I'm doing a little bit of fun here, because I didn't see anybody, I'm just alone on my own and see my beloved family. It's all about fun, you know me, John. You can quit the stream right now if you think it's a fair game. If you would like to quit right now, it's totally up to you. It's your stream. You are Beyond the Brick. I know it, but Ryan, now I understand what you mean by saying, I mean, I'm the real man behind this live stream. I know exactly what you mean.
I didn't say that. I didn't say anything like that. No.
Oh boy!
I thought you were going to say, now I know what it's like to be interrupted and calling it out publicly. Not that I'm the ringmaster. I'm no ringmaster here. Come on now.
This is why our Mario call was so entertaining, because I got to share that experience with Andreas, and that was the first time I'd really ever met Andreas. Actually, but that was
fun.
It was such a good fun call.
Yeah, don't bring up those sad memories for Brian, but it was a good time.
Hey, listen, as long as all the new Lego Mario stuff appears in my inbox, we're all good. We're all good, man.
You still got that beautiful man back there staring out at us.
I'm sorry, who? What are you talking? I didn't get anything anywhere.
Of course not.
No.
Doc Sampson wants to know when the Andreas rant video is coming out. Andreas, your YouTube channel would have 1 million subscribers right now if you would just do rant videos.
Yes. It works. I'm just saying.
Or reaction videos, Andreas. I think you would be really good at reaction videos as well.
Can
The
I
last
bring
thing the
maybe
internet needs.
one last topic here, because there's, beside the fact that I see my children all the time, which is a good thing, and see my girlfriend and my family, and did I mention my kids and my girlfriend? Yeah, okay, those people I see all the time, which is lovely to see the same people all the time, the whole day, which is a good thing. But there's one thing beside the fact that I see my family the whole time. I've watched all 16 episodes of Mandalorian. What a show! What a great show! This is Star Wars. Now I'm officially a Star Wars fan. This is an awesome show, isn't it? It is so good.
It is great. That's the most Star Wars.
Amazing.
It's the most Star Wars I've watched in like my entire life.
Here we go. This is Star Wars. Now I understand why people say I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm a Star Trek fan. Yeah, Star Wars is fine. The first films, movies are great, but besides that, no, it's such a great atmosphere, such great actors, such a lovely story. This father-child thing is awesome. I was crying first time a TV show. I was crying because he took the child. But I'm good here. I'm sorry, no spoilers, of course. But again, if you haven't seen Mandalorian yet, this is such a great show. I'm really hyped by this show. First time that I watched it, I was okay. Should be fine or something. But then I go on. The first season was alright, but then I continued to watch the other episodes of the second season, and every episode is a masterpiece. So if you haven't seen Mandalorian, you're looking for something which will bring joy to your life, please watch Mandalorian. And I didn't get any cent from Disney. They didn't pay me to say that. It's my own opinion.
I think Brian agrees with you. Brian has talked extensively about how he's a fan.
Yeah, I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I am a fan of The Mandalorian, and any more TV show, high quality pieces of work like that have the same amount of consideration that goes into it, not only cinematography wise, but paying homage to what Star Wars is and doing it right. I'm all for in every way. So I am all in.
Flynn, have you seen Mandalorian as well? And have you seen the show? Everybody here?
Oh yeah, they did it real justice, that one. I think though, I loved it. I've watched it twice actually.
I was the last one on Earth who hadn't seen the show, but it was really good. It was really good.
Oh, you know what we haven't talked about yet, and Kirk, we need to get your thoughts on is the new WandaVision show that's on Disney Plus. So we're 3 episodes in?
Yeah.
Why is Kirk looking very sad?
Yeah, Kirk looks very sadder than normal.
Okay, so if it's not overly clear, I like Marvel.
You do?
He's Kirk Wilson. Kirk Wilson of Vision Bricks, by the way.
But okay. So far the show is interesting. I'm not saying it's a bad show. But I will say that
Kirk hates all things confirmed.
I will say that it messes with you too much. And like Doc Samson just said in the chat, it's a very slow show. So we're 3 episodes in, and it still feels like we're like only 2 episodes in.
Right.
If that makes sense.
So,
I don't... Wait, what were you saying, Brian?
The opinion that I've heard is that if this was not a Marvel show, most people would have dropped out by episode 1 because nothing happens. There's not enough breadcrumbs to keep you going through quickly enough to keep it interesting. But because it's Marvel, because it's the characters we're familiar with, and we know what happened in Endgame and Ultron and blah, 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 we know something isn't right.
That's literally the only reason why we're watching it, because it's like, okay, we just want to see what's going to happen. But if I wasn't a Marvel fan, by now I probably would have just like stopped watching it. I would just wait for the show to be finished, and then I'll just watch episodes when I have
How many episodes will there be in the first season?
It's supposed to be 9. No, 9.
9? Okay.
9? Mm-hmm. Yeah, 9.
But what the thing is, I think that's why they came out with 2 episodes in the first shot, because they're like, all right, we want to get at least a little bit more traction, which is, I think, a flaw of the show, that not every episode is good enough to keep it going, like with The Mandalorian.
All right, so here's the thing about WandaVision that Jeff's going to give his 2 cents on, even though nobody asked. So Easter eggs galore are in this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Geraldine's pin that she was wearing, that is the mystic circle that Doctor Strange weaves when he opens up a portal. So that right there, I saw that, and Emily, of course, argued it with me to the death. And then on the latest episode, the necklace, I can't remember the name of the organization. Sword. Yeah, it's the opposite of shield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's all sorts of cool, like, movie words happening, Easter eggs, as well as comic book Easter eggs. So it's really awesome, excuse me, to pick those out.
Well,
And
personally, I think
good. Like
something...
the first episode, I was seriously hooked because I wanted. Flynn, did I interrupt you?
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I'm done. Flynn, you go ahead.
No, it's not that important.
Flynn, take the talking stick. Flynn, do it.
Take the talking stick, Flynn.
Take the talking stick, Flynn. Do it.
Okay, here I have the talking stick.
There it is.
No, I think I'm finding it interesting in a as a I don't know, older adult fan of Lego and and OAFOL. I really appreciate the work that went into creating these shows. And I grew up watching those shows. I grew up watching Bewitched. I grew up watching The Brady Bunch. I grew up watching I Love Lucy. Like those are all the shows that I know. So I really appreciate that they went there with it, because that you can see a lot of times when shows try to mimic older shows, they don't really nail it. It's just kind of half-hearted. But I think they did a really good job in it. But I do agree that I feel like we should know more at this point, even though, yes, there are lots of clues. If you weren't, if you haven't seen like all the movies, or if you aren't familiar with the comic books, I feel like a lot of it, it hasn't grabbed me yet. And I'll be honest, I don't really like that interpretation of Scarlet Witch. Like, it's not like my personal favorite. I was really into the comic book when I was a kid. I carried a metal marble lunchbox, and it had classic Scarlet Witch in her pink tights with that crazy like head thing. And like, to me, that's Scarlet Witch. Like, that's what I know.
Well, you're going to get that
and
next
so,
episode.
What drew me to the show was because of these parodies of these older shows, and I wanted to see what they were going to do with it. And but I do agree again that like they're not giving us enough early on to really like hook me in. I'm kind of like, okay, you can let us know what's going on anytime now.
Yeah.
I think that even though they did a good job with the parodies, that gimmick is going to get old quickly if they don't turn it around. That's my thought.
No, I definitely do agree with you there, Flynn. Like, I would say, being someone that's like also watched that show because like mainly with like my mom and just like sitting down watching I Love Lucy, The Witch, like all that stuff.
Same.
I appreciate it. Like, it's a nice way to pay respect to those like shows and everything like that. I love how they're doing it. But from the perspective of, like I said, if you haven't seen any of the films, if you have no knowledge of any of the prior MCU films or anything about the characters or the comics, you're going to bypass a lot of stuff, and you're probably going to lose interest at some point down the line, because it's going to be part parody, and then it's going to get somewhat serious, and it's going to jump into parody again, and then the show's over, and it's like, okay.
So I haven't seen the show yet. This is the next thing I would love to see. But I mean, Kirk, everybody has seen the Endgame, right? I would say the Avengers movies. I mean, of course, it's always tricky to say, have you seen it? For example, I haven't seen the Clone Wars animation series before I've watched Mandalorian, because everybody told me you have to see the whole show before you see this one. No, it worked totally fine without seeing the animated show. But of course, I will check out the show as well and tell you next time when I'm on if it's good or bad, in my opinion. But I've seen the trailer, and it looks interesting, as Flynn mentioned, like the good old days.
But yeah, definitely.
I love all the references to the classics, and they're done so well. And a detail that I've heard in discussions, and that I appreciate, that the laugh track is obviously integral to a lot of those older shows and making them feel right. But then when you're watching the show in the context and you know it, that the laugh track is appearing maybe in the wrong places or not at quite funny things, and there's this morbid sadness to everything because you know what Scarlet Witch has gone through, and that gives it a whole other dimension. So even in episode 1 and 2, I'm watching it and I'm like, man, I'm in. I'm oddly very into this. Like, I want to see this sort of twisted reality and sadness to the level that we haven't seen in Marvel, because it's so happy all the time, but now it's not. So I think the TV shows through the years is a great way to tell that story. It's just for normal audiences, there needs to be enough breadcrumbs quicker to keep them hooked, but it's great.
There's one last. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
There's one last thing I would like to say about this whole Disney Plus thing. I've seen a lot of Pixar movies with my children. You know, we sit here, watch a movie, it's fun. But there's one thing I was a little bit disappointed, because everybody was telling me Guardians of the Galaxy, the first movie, is better than the second one. Everybody was telling me, you will laugh so hard, you will roll the floor. And I remember watching the second one in the plane, flying to my good friend Joshua in New York City and John. And I was laughing so hard that the man next to me was really mad. He was from India and he was looking at me like, could you please stop crying the whole night? And I was laughing really so hard. And the first movie is really good. It's a good movie. And I was really entertained, but it wasn't better than the second movie, in my opinion. So am I wrong here? Is something wrong with me? Or is it my own opinion? Of course it is. But for me, the second movie is better than the first one. What about you guys?
I disagree.
Is the second one directed by Taika Waititi?
No.
The second one, both are James Gunn. Yeah. Taika is the person that directed Thor Ragnarok.
Right.
Yeah. And he's directing Thor: Love and Thunder, which is the fourth film that's coming out. So yeah. I would say that I have more love for the first film than I do the second one. The second one is still good, but I would say that the first one is probably better.
I agree with Kirk on that.
Yeah. Like there are funny moments, but I do feel like it was lacking. Like I think like my least favorite kind of parts were just like when it goes back to Earth and you see like the whole like that big blob thing, just like that whole thing. Like I don't know, like I didn't really care for that much. It was just like okay, it's happening, I guess. But I feel like with how the first movie was more focused on being in space and that whole sort of thing going on there, I think that's what made that movie unique and kind of like set it apart from the rest, because we're already used to seeing like these whole like big battles happening on Earth with like the Avengers and all that stuff. So it's like I don't know.
All right, so here's the thing about that. In the first movie, Peter Quill is our guide through the universe, right? Like Peter Quill, we're experiencing things from his point of view, because that's what the focus of the movie was literally on. It was on Peter Quill and us finding out that he's half whatever. The second movie is definitely from the perspective of the crew, like from everybody that's not Peter Quill, and like, you know, with tidbits of, hey, what's going on with Peter? Not much. Just talking to my dad. Oh, okay. You know he's insane, right? Oh, yeah, I know he's insane. Okay, great. But we're going to cut to the other characters, and we got to see how they look at the world. We got to see how Rocket looks at the world and stuff like that. And that was the interesting part for me for Guardians 2, because, yeah, we saw them in the first one. We got, like, the briefest of glimpses of who they are, right? Like, oh, he's the funny one. He's the cynical one, blah, 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 right? So the second one, I went deeper than that, and that's what I appreciated about the second movie. It was a good follow-up to the first, because it explored the Guardians world more. And then when we got the Avengers movies, the last two, we got more in depth with them, because the movie was the first set to last. The second to last Avengers movie was Guardians of the Galaxy, co-starring Doctor Strange and Iron Man for the most part,
pretty much.
So that was cool, and like character development is a very important thing, and I like that that's there. So if a movie or a film or story can do that and then follow it up with equal storytelling and development, I'm all about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so it seems I'm wrong here, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I,
It's all right.
I like Guardians too. I mean, I always appreciate in any of these Marvel movies when they go not just with the fantastical big, battles and whatnot, let's go to space, whatever, but like the connections between the characters and what makes them human, which is what I really appreciated about watching the other X-Men movies recently. I've been watching all of them on Disney Plus, going through them over time, and they're good for their time, and I think a lot of them hold up in more ways than people give them credit for. But that's what has me concerned about the Eternals, is that they seem way too fantastical, mystical, almighty gods and goddesses, and what makes them human, or they're not human, but what are the connections that can make it relatable for audiences? And I think Guardians 2 did a great job of making the connections in that way.
So I see right now that this is the Joshua I'm hungry face. So I will just add one detail and I will grab the last bricks here. I think the difference between the first and the second movie is that the first movie is actually kind of a sad movie in the beginning with a sad scene, of course, and the second one is you're laughing from the beginning, it's like you're right in with listen to the music and the big aliens. And so I think for some reason maybe the entrance is better, so you're really into this and you understand, okay, it's all about fun here. It's a Marvel movie, of course, but it's all about fun. And the first one seems to me more sad in the beginning. There's an elephant in the room.
It happens sometimes.
So 20 bricks.
Well, I think there's also an element of whenever you get something like that built up to you so much that it's hard to appreciate it on its own terms, because you've just heard nothing but, oh, this is the most hilarious, this is the best thing ever. And then, sometimes, like The Mandalorian, it lives up to those expectations, but sometimes I think that they some things just can't support the weight of the fandom, if that makes sense.
The good thing about The Mandalorian, and I think you're seeing this now with all these different shows, is that they're getting more time to tell the stories across a multi-part miniseries on Disney Plus with still high quality cinematography and budget, but you're getting more content out of it. So you could absolutely do a show based on the Guardians, or I mean literally anything. So that's why I think you're seeing WandaVision appear in that format, Falcon and Winter Soldier in that format, and you're going to see more of it because you get more content more frequently with the same high quality, and people are still into it. So why wouldn't you? And it allows for better storytelling too. So that's why I think Mandalorian resonated so well too.
Yeah, I actually missed the thing though when Jeff said it earlier. Like I never noticed that part about what's her name? I can't remember her name now. The thing with Doctor Strange that you mentioned earlier. The pin or something like that. Like I missed that part. I never saw that part when I was watching the show. But I guess it makes sense though, because if I remember correctly, I think what Feige was saying was that Doctor Strange 2 is supposed to be connected to WandaVision or something like that. So it does make sense why that would be there.
Here's the real question we are all wondering.
When is the Bricks O'Brien Disney Plus series drop? Hey, if Disney wants to buy me out, I mean, I got the Bricks O'Brien character. That brand is strong. You know what I mean?
The brand has never been stronger.
Never been strong. Hey, who do you think? How many other content creators out there got their face on a coffee? Just saying, man. Just saying.
That's very true.
So Disney, if I want Disney coffee, when? Oh, it smells good. Anyways.
All right, so it's not my stream, it's the stream of the legend, Joshua Handlin, with the awesome sidekick, my good friend, Bricks O'Brien. But I think it would be perfect if we could say the last question of the evening was by Kevin Hinkle. This would be perfect because I'm, for myself, am done here. And I can show you what happened the last, 4 hours. It was a very long stream. This is going to be Joker Mania soon. And you see, it looks stunning. And there's this awesome function right now, which we can see. It's all about technique here. So this was fun in the beginning. We see all the shiny colors here. So this is going to be fun. And that's going to be part of my amusement park later on. But, Brian, good news for you. This was so much fun for me this evening that if Joshua is telling me it's fine and it's okay, and I can talk to my family because they are so happy that I'm gone. When I told my daughters I'm going to be out there, really, Papa, you're going to be out there around, you're really great. So I will be back next time because they are happy. I'm happy to be here a few hours, and I will continue to build this one next week, and I hopefully can speak better English then. I miss all the hours with Josh and John where I speak English all the time.
That's the only reason you hang out with us is just to practice your English.
Yes, because I listen a lot of English stuff, but recently, but I didn't speak that much. So I'm sorry about that. I will be better next week, hopefully.
I'll send you some of good World War II documentaries to watch in English. I know that'll help you.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Well, you are always welcome back, Andres, as is everyone else in the stream here. We hope to have you back for future streams. So thank you, everyone, for joining us. I think that will call it a day for us today. So Brian and I will be back next week with more building. I'll hopefully finish this build here next week. Brian might pick up some more Ninjago. Who knows what he'll have?
I might reach back into the vault and grab something. Who knows?
There you go. So thanks, everyone, for chatting with us. As always, we